Hi guys, I am back with another video. Nicki Minaj's husband's a victim. Admit she lied. Let's get into it. Y'all, before we get into this video, y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you be notified of my videos, and go ahead and share it if you like. Now, y'all know the whole thing about, Nicki's husband a few years back or whatever. Well, a lot of years back, he got charged with attempted rape. And the girl was 16. And so he went to jail, I think, for 4 years or something like that. And then with this case, he was saying that he had to register wherever he moves as a sex offender. So he ended up moving. He moves with Nicki Minaj, and he does not register as the offender. So, they come back with the court case, and they come back with all this stuff because he didn't do that. So that's how all this stuff come back up. And now it's a problem. She's talking about it again. Everybody's talking about it again. And I kind of understand why he don't want to register as that at Nicki Minaj's house. I mean, think about it. Nicki Minaj, this is her house. If you register as an offender, your name comes up. It tells your address and all of that. So it's public knowledge of where she stays. Like, that got to be hard. Like, I don't want anybody to know where I'm living at. Like, she's famous. Some people gonna find out anyway, but like to have it just public where everybody know, oh, this is where Nicki Minaj stay. I get it. So I get that part. Now she's coming back and she's caught talking to somebody, and they're recording and stuff. I'm not gonna show all that because I don't want to get copyright, but anyway, they're recording her. She's on, I guess, like FaceTime or whatever, and she's talking to this guy, and she's talking about what she did and how she lied and all this kind of stuff like this. Now, pause on that. I'm not going to necessarily say she lied. Okay. So she's talking about how she went to court and she want to stop it. She don't want him to go to jail and all this kind of stuff because, she was basically pushed into say what she said about what happened. Now, I'll say this. So I won't say she lied. I'm going to just kind of say that's what they're saying, she lied. Now, when you're young and you're 16 years old, you don't really have that much control of your life, right? Your parents have control over your life until you're 18, unless you move out or whatever the case may be. So whatever happened between them, the parents are like, oh, he did this to you. Oh, we're taking him to jail. He's going to jail. He's going to get locked up, yada, yada, yada. And so maybe, I'm just saying maybe the parents like, oh, no, we're going to do something about this. And there was nothing she could say like, hey, or then again, it could have been a situation to where, she was involved in it and she felt like, oh, I don't want nobody to know about this. Like, I let this happen or I was part of it. And he really might have not just pushed himself on her. She was into it too. I don't know. I'm just telling different scenarios. And now her mom or her parents or whoever is involved and she's scared to say whatever she want to say. But anyway, I'm going to let you hear her saying what she said. I don't want to play the actual video. Like I said, I do not want to get copyright. But anyway, here we go.
Statute of limitations on perjury. Perjury is when you lie under oath. And regardless if I made a statement or I didn't make a statement, that is the reason why I stood up in court and I said, when a judge asks, like, yo, does anybody have anything to say before he is sentenced? I stood up and I said, Your Honor, I'm the person who pressed the charges. I would like to drop the charges. I made a huge mistake.
Wow.
This was like, I'm in court in front of his family, in front of friends, in front of everybody, like, whatever. And they was like, take it to the DA, and nobody wanted to hear shit.
Because he probably didn't have a paid lawyer at that time.
I don't know how much good gonna come from that.
I'm saying that'll be like a load off of other people. You know what I'm saying? Me thinking how I think about shit. Like that'll be a good faith where niggas don't, you don't even gotta do all this other stuff. You know what I mean? It's statute of limitation. It is
no
so.
Statute of limitation on perjury.
It's
Be professional or like a lawyer or something.
Uh-huh.
You need to tell what to write.
But did they offer? Did they say if you recant your story, you're gonna go to jail?
No.
When you wrote the letter,
No.
all right. When you wrote the letter and gave it to the DA, what did they say?
I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA, and then I showed up at court.
Oh.
And I stood up, be professional or like a lawyer or something. You need to tell me what to write.
But did they offer? Did they say if you recant your story, you're gonna go to jail? You already wrote a letter, and what you said in the letter though? That was
that I was pressured to press charges against him, and that I wanted to drop the charges. I didn't want him to go to jail. I was young. I was 16. You know, my words cut up. The judge specifically said, take it to the DA. And everybody looked at the DA, and the DA shook her head like, it's not happening. Like,
because they didn't want you. They didn't want you to go to court because you recanted your story. You told them it never happened. XYZ. You was young. You was pressured. Correct, right?
Yeah.
So that's why. Yeah, babe. I'm talking. Yeah. So that's probably why they was so thirsty, because they knew the case would have fell through the roof. Because if you'd have said that on the stand,
they never called me to the stand. They never questioned.
That's the difference.
Shut up. No, I told them. What I said was that I wanted to drop the charges because I had made a mistake.
Oh, okay.
They never asked me, like, you know. No, I told them. What I said was that I wanted to drop the charges because I had made a mistake.
And another thing you guys have to realize is not only just like as far as the RAPE situation, you need to teach your kids, mainly guys, it mainly happens to guys, but it can happen to girls too. When your child is in high school, for example, I'm gonna give an example. You have kids at the school that's 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 at the high school. Sometimes you can have even younger, you know, based on how smart they are. But anyway, if you're 18 years old, you cannot talk to anybody that's 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't care if they go to school with you. You cannot, well, you can talk to them, but you can't, like, you know, mess around with them type situation. Because if something go down and the person is mad or the family find out, you can be charged. Because you're 18, because you're now a grown-up, a grown adult. That's why I feel some type of way. I know people need to get their education. I get that. But they are allowing students to go until they're 21. I think this kind of far-fetched. So now you got a 14-year-old going to school with a 21-year-old. It's kind of, you know. So make sure your kids know. I tell my kids all the time, you turn 18, you cannot talk to anybody under 18. They have to be 18 or older. Talk to anybody under 18, you can seriously be charged if you mess around with them and stuff like that. Yes, it can be some serious consequences, and a lot of people don't realize that. You cannot do that. But you get what I'm saying. I'm just trying to save a few people that don't realize that. When you're 18, you're considered grown. Anybody under you can be charged with RAPE, dealing with a minor, all that type of stuff, and you end up in prison, jail, whatever. That's why you see a lot of like football players or basketball players, they end up getting the girl pregnant and they try to go on. And then now they locked up because they done been messing with this girl, and now she's younger than, you know, him, and she's not considered grown. Or you have different situations to where they're mad at the person. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get him. He ain't going nowhere type thing. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be careful with certain things. You never know the situation. Now with their situation, I really don't know the whole story and what's really going on. We just speculate and hear certain things and certain sides of what's going on. Said that he was older than her and she was younger, and you know, it was said that he forced himself on her type thing, and he was like, no, he didn't. It was consensual. But then they're trying to say, no, it's not consensual because she's not old enough to say it's consensual. I don't know. But anyway, you just have to be careful out there with who you're dealing with, how you're dealing with, you know, them ages really matter. But anyway, y'all comment down below. How y'all feel about this? Do y'all feel like she just lied, blatantly lied? Or the fact she was only 16, you know, other people got say in her life? That's what I kind of feel like might have really happened. And then they just kept pushing, and so she just went on along with it. But anyway, y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my other channels, go over to Bang a Plate Gang, go support your girl now. I don't see them numbers coming up. I need some more subscribers over there at Bang a Plate Gang. Let's get them numbers up. All right, guys. Church World will be back up soon. Let's pray on it. But anyway, I really do appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting me over here, support me on Trish World, support me on Banger Plate Gang. Y'all are the best supporters, and I love y'all. I just want y'all to know that I do appreciate y'all. Y'all may not always hear that, but I really do. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, be blessed.
Anyway, enough of that stuff.